Hello, hello. Hi, thank you for checking in. Great to see everybody. Hello, it is Wednesday, or as Allura likes to call it, hump day. That's what they call it at Allura's building. Hump day. Woohoo! So let me say hello to everybody. Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tisas and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Angie Jonas and Azure Yusuf and Lacram and Marcel and Tisas and Mark Mean and Sam and St. Clinton and Philip and St. Clinton and Red Stapler and Joe Barney and N1QOV and Bill Mouse and Scott Kimmis and let's see, did I forget anyone? Hello, hello. All right. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great day. I had the most delicious lunch. I've been feeling so good. I'm feeling very happy. I went to a place in Century City. I met my writer friend who wrote the book Botticelli's Bastard, which I've invited you all to check out, Stephen Maitland. He's written a book called Botticelli's Bastard. He's been doing book tour all around the world, and it's doing really well. Very exciting. Book signings, book tours, and it's on Amazon. You can check it out. I wrote a review for it, and we ate. I met him for lunch at a place called Craft, C-R-A-F-T, swanky lunch place in Century City, California. They have a website, so you can look it up and see the menus. I had an awesome beet salad, and I highly recommend beets. Beets are very good for your blood. Beets are a blood cleaner. They're very healthy for your body. And there's all different color beets, like orange beets and red beets and pink beets and purple beets and little beets and big beets in this really nice sauce with a little bit of cheese. Gorgonzola cheese is delicious and very super healthy. And then I had a calamari salad, which is super delicious. And we had Brussels sprouts on the side and mushrooms on the side. So good. They made their vegetables very decadent. And no room for dessert. But it was delicious lunch, and so it was a nice treat to have some yummy food and catch up with my friend. I haven't seen him for a few months, couple months. I think the last time I saw him was his book party. But I went to his book premiere party. So, and let's see, what am I reading? So, but I recommend, yeah, the food was delicious. It's kind of an expensive place, I think, and it's very, like, it's funny, it's right in the area where it is, right in Century City. It's an area where there's a whole bunch of tall office buildings. And, like, there's a lot of big office buildings there, like big agencies are there, and big Fox Studios is right nearby, and like ICM and CAA. So the swanky lunch places are packed with all like kind of like people with suits, very like kind of like Hollywood executive looking people, producers and stuff. And by the time lunch is over, the restaurant was empty. It was so weird because I walked in there at 1 o'clock, and like every table, it was packed. And we finished lunch at like 3, and the place was completely empty because it's just like people are at work. We were the only people in the restaurant. I'm like, this is so crazy. But it was so delicious and super healthy. So I'm in a good mood because I had delicious food. All it takes is some tasty treats for me to be smiling. David likes P.F. Chang's. Hi, St. Clinton. St. Clinton says, so you're saying that we should just beat it. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Does that have something to do with Hump Day, St. Clinton? Hello, St. Clinton, and everyone who's on YouTube. Thank you for checking in. Sorry, there is a lag on YouTube. It's about a minute long. So from when I read your comments to when you hear it, there's probably a good minute long, just to let you know. And if you're having trouble with the connection, Google is annoying to everybody. For some reason, Google kicks people out for some reason. It only allows up to 10 people at a time. Then it just starts kicking people out. So I apologize for anyone who's having trouble. I am live on YouTube and Google+, and I'm reading both screens. Laura, I don't know what that means. So, hello, St. Clinton! But why is it so better? At this time of day, it's so, the light, now that it's changing in the wintertime, I hate it. Like, I don't even have the lights pointing at me. I have the lights pointing away, but it's dark enough in my room, but I have the light coming in from the window, so it's like I look white, like I got a spotlight on me, and I don't. But I think it's because the room is dark. Ah, St. Clinton. Oh, clocks are changing this weekend. It is also Halloween this weekend. It's Halloween. Hi, Sam. No, I have not been to this restaurant before, Sam. The first time I went to this restaurant, Craft. Though I think that there might be I think there might be more of these restaurants. I went to one called Seasons 52. Maybe that's what you're thinking of. I was talking about Beats. Oh! Beets! Ah! I get it. Beets are good for you. They're good for your blood. Oh, Allura, the calamari is very good. Let me just tell you, Allura, I don't know if you've ever had calamari before or tried it. Well, if you did, you would love it. Because calamari, sometimes they make it two different ways. But there's the fried way, and sometimes it's just a circular ring, which is like a round white circle. They cut it in rings and fry it. Yeah. If you like any sort of fried anything, you'll like calamari. Yes. Yeah. It looks like an onion ring, but it's made out of calamari. And anyhow, this was like little chopped up bits in the salad, and it's very tasty. I mean, it might as well have been an onion ring salad. It was like a naughty and nice salad because you had something fried mixed in with the salad. So even though I was eating vegetables, they were all very decadent. They fried their mushrooms. They had Brussels sprouts fried. Brussels sprouts sautéed in bacon. Yeah. That kind of takes. It makes it very tasty. I don't normally eat bacon. I don't normally eat a lot of meat, period. Mostly just fish. But I don't have any rules about food. I do like good food. But it was very nice, and it was a nice treat to hang out and talk to my friend and hear about his adventures on his book tour. Doing his tour in England. He's going to New Orleans. If anyone's in New Orleans, they're going to be doing a book signing, I think, at either a library or the museum. I'm pretty sure that they have information about the book signings on the Botticelli's website, Botticelli's Bastard. They have a Facebook page, too. If you haven't checked it out, you can check it out. No, I didn't film it. You know, I didn't film it. I forgot to even take a picture. I really should take a picture of some of this delicious food. And Sam, that doesn't sound very good. Yeah, sorry, St. Clinton. The Google is completely out of sync. David Jones says food pictures are why Instagram exists. Actually, I think Instagram is full of food pictures and butt pictures. Food and butts. That's all Instagram is. Sue's like, I was just taking a picture of my butt in front of a banana split sundae. Yeah, you should combine it. From now on, anyone who does Instagram should take a picture of your butt and your food at the same time. 2 for 1. Hey, St. Clinton. No, actually, St. Clinton, thank you for your question. I have a premiere coming up next week for a little film that I worked on called 9 Full Moons. That I had like one tiny scene in this, but one of my favorite actors, Donald Logue, is in this movie. I don't know if he'll be at the premiere, but I am such a fangirl for Donald Logue. I met him once years ago at a premiere before he was I'd say about 7 years ago, and it was before he was he's bigger now. And I was like, even then, I was like all fangirling out, and I was like, Donald Logue, hi! He's a very good actor. Sam wants everyone to know that he's posting he's following my advice, and he's posting pictures of his butt and his food right now on Instagram. But we have there's a premiere for that next week. So yes, I will be going out. I haven't seen the movie. Oh, good, Allura. Sue wants to know if Donald Logue is cute. Well, he's handsome, he's cute, but he's not in the handsome, cute Hollywood way. He's more in the handsome in an actual, like, manly, kind of rough way, which I like better. He was in the Vikings. He's right now in the TV show called Gotham. He was in Blade. He's been in a ton of movies. Sometimes he has a beard and he's really scruffy. But he's in Gotham. I don't know if anyone's seen that show. But he looks a little bit different in every time you see him. His name is Donald, D-O-N, I think it's A-L or E-L, D-O-N-E-L, Logue, L-O-U-G-E. I think that's how they spell it. Sam's putting a big butt picture. Oh, and you know, yesterday I was ranting about somebody please get Child Protective Services to get Honey Boo Boo away from her Jabba the Hutt mother, who let her old boyfriend molest her daughter, and he went to jail for 10 years. Well, now, it turns out not only did he molest the 8-year-old, but he did it in front of the 3-year-old. The mother used to be at work. The grandmother would drop the kids off so they were alone with the child molester guy 10 years ago, 12 years ago. And he was molesting the 8-year-old while the 3-year-old was in the room. What the hell? And now this woman is back dating this same guy as soon as he's gotten out of jail. What the hell? And now, and yeah, what? Child Protective Services! Save Honey Boo Boo! And the girl that was molested, the mother isn't even talking to her. The girl, she's 20 now, she doesn't live with the mother. And when that happened, the 8-year-old was sent to live with the grandmother permanently and lived with the grandmother growing up the whole time until they started shooting the TV show. And then she moved back with the mother. So the mother basically rejected the 8-year-old, blamed the abuse on the 8-year-old, and now the abused girl is so hurt because the mother is choosing the child molester over her. And not only that, but the mother bought 2 cars, one that was for the daughter and one that was for the child molester, gave the nicer, newer, better one to the child molester. Ew! Child Protective Services, save Honey Boo Boo! Everybody, I actually sent an email to the Georgia Child Protective Services, and everyone out there, feel free to go on their website. They live in Georgia, Child Protective Services. Send emails to Child Protective Services to save Honey Boo Boo from the child molester. It needs a public outcry. I don't even know their real names. I don't know their real names, but I know that Child Protective Services knows who they are. So Sam says he's putting a picture of his butt and his food on Instagram, and he's got to get a wide lens because not only is it a large sandwich, but his butt is enormous. Tisa, the show is definitely canceled. As soon as TLC, the Learning Channel, found out that the mother was dating a child molester, they pulled the plug on the entire series. They had already shot the entire series in the can, spent all that money. It's a TV show that was making them money. They weren't going to cancel it, but they wanted nothing to do with promoting a child molester or giving money to a woman who is supporting a child molester with a child in the house. They cut, bailed, and ran. TLC ran. And that this woman chose this guy over her livelihood, too. Not only is she turning her back on her child in favor of this man, but she's turning her back on on the livelihood. The whole family was making money off of this. So she has thrown away this career for her and her whole family, and rejected and the safety of her children and her other relationships for a child molester. You know, most of the times they say that, you know, like, you can go to jail and like do your time and pay your price, but you know, that's like, okay, you get penalized if you robbed somebody, you committed a crime, and maybe you learn your lesson. But child molesters, like, jail doesn't make them stop being child molesters. Once they get out of jail, they're still a child molester. They're still attracted and aroused by children. They're not cured by jail. Yeah, so send a note to Georgia Child Protective Services. Yeah, Allura, just, oh, I can't understand some people. I would feel betrayed too. If I was the daughter, feel how bad the daughter must feel. This is now twice the mother has rejected her. Twice the mother has betrayed her and rejected her for this man. When she was 8, she didn't believe her. She wanted to take the side of the guy. The guy went to prison, and the little girl lived with the grandmother. Now it's all happening again. Twice the mother has betrayed her and taken his side. That is like in the animal kingdom. When in the animal kingdom, you sometimes see like an animal eat its young. That's what this is. This is like when you see an animal eat its own baby. You know, this isn't for publicity. This is real, Allura. So anyhow, but that's enough of my rant about that. St. Clinton says there's nothing CPS can do. Yes, they make a rule, take her away, no custody for that woman, or make a rule that he's not allowed to be there if the kids are there. There must be something, St. Clinton. Sam says he's just posted on Instagram, and it's not his butt or his food. You know, Sam, they do have rules about pornography on Instagram. They will kick you off. They're naked shots. Speaking of baseball game, oh, Sam says he's going, what? Speaking of baseball game, did you guys hear the story about the guy who was at a football game with his family and just disappeared without a cell phone, without a wallet, disappeared? Guy in his, like, late 50s, I think, 60, and just disappeared in the middle, went to the bathroom, never came back. It was gone for days. And no phone call, he wasn't wearing extra clothes, nothing. Just so they're freaking out. They're thinking something's happened to him. He's been kidnapped. He's hurt. He fell down. Somebody killed him. Like, anything could have happened. You hear stories about getting beat up in parking lots of ball games. Suddenly he turns up. Like, he's been missing for like 3 or 4 days. He turns up like 150 miles away in another state in a parking lot. He's been wandering aimlessly or something, and his statement doesn't make any sense. He was like, something's wrong. I don't know. Something snapped in his head. He had some sort of mental breakdown or something, because he's just like, oh, I was tired of watching football. He just walked away and started walking. I don't know if we got the whole story yet, but something weird. Like, I would be worried about this family. Like, is this guy starting to get some sort of like Alzheimer's or dementia? That's what I would be thinking at first hand, is because usually when those things start happening, people go in and out of like clarity and confusion. So at one point they'll be like, "No, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm totally under control. I just didn't feel like doing that." And then so maybe he's starting to have some sort of mental breakdowns, but he's not even aware of it himself yet. Because that doesn't make any sense. You just walk away. When Doggy says he just felt like doing it, but it doesn't make any sense to just walk away like a regular. You just walk away for days, and you're like turn up wandering aimlessly, like confused. That sounds like somebody who doesn't know what happened. Sometimes when you don't know what happened and you're scared inside because you don't know what's going on with your brain, you're like, you get defensive and you say, well, I just felt like it. That's what I wanted to do, because you don't know what's really happening in your own brain. A lot of, especially if somebody's starting to lose their cognition, they can be very defensive and in denial about it. And sometimes it's a slow process that'll go on for several years before it's fully coming out and recognized. Anyhow, but I guess we'll find out. Sue says, or they could be a psycho. Yes, Sue, it's true. Or could be, yes, there are plenty of psychos out there. Oh, well, that's you, Allura, you've been very busy. So I am just about to sign off, but I want to thank you guys for coming to see me in St. Clinton. It is so awesome to see you. Thank you for your comments and your support. Thank you for being here. I know you're working hard and it's hard for you to get here, so I appreciate it. Sorry that Google wasn't working for you, and YouTube is still annoying, but I'm trying to like establish a foothold in the YouTube. So I'm just about to sign off, but I want to thank you guys for coming to see me because you're awesome. Let me say goodbye to everybody. Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tisas and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Tisas and St. Clinton and Bill Nouse and Scott Kimmis and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Wing Doggy and Azure Yusuf and LaCram and Marcel and Bill Nouse and Scott Kimmis and N1QOV. Thank you for checking in, and Red Stapler and Jesus. Make sure I said goodbye to everyone. And David Jones, and Scott Kimmis. Kisses for everyone. I love you. Save Honey Boo Boo. I love you. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, stupid question day. The genius will be here. Bring your questions for the genius. I love you. Bye. Bye.